So today, we members of Group 8 are going to talk about the negative impacts of social media in the world. So let's start without any further ado. So for the start, we are going to talk about the introduction and objectives behind taking this topic. So let's talk about what is social media before talking about its negative impact. So social media is an interface and gives user electronic communication of content such as personal information, documents, videos, and photos. Users engage with social media via a computer, tablet, or smartphone, or via web-based software or applications. Some of the examples of social media platforms are Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Hive. All these platforms we use in our daily life and are very well aware of also. So let's talk about the objective behind taking this topic. So the first objective behind taking this topic was to tell people about how social media is negatively impacting our lives and especially the teenagers who are using it excessively. Due to this, they are wasting precious time of their lives also. And the second main objective was to make them aware of how they have been affected. So we decided to take this topic. So now I would like to pass on to the next presenting.
Negative impacts of social media. First, depression, anxiety, cyberbullying, fear of missing out, FOMO, unrealistic expectations, negative body image, unhealthy sleep patterns, gender addiction. These are some negative impacts of social media. I would like to talk upon depression and anxiety. First, what is depression? Depression is constant feeling of sadness and loss of interest which stops you from doing your normal activities. Um, and how do you think this depression is caused through social media? Spending too long on networking sites could adversely affect your mood. In fact, chronic social media users are more likely to report poor mental health, including symptoms of anxiety and depression. It doesn't take much thinking to figure out why. Social media lets you see the only carefully selected best parts of everyone else's life, which you then compare to the negatives in your own life. Comparing yourself to other people is a sure path to anxiety, depression, unhappiness, and social media has made this much easier to do. Anxiety. Anxiety is a feeling of fear, dread, and uneasiness. It might cause you to sweat, feel restless and tense, and have a rapid heartbeat. And anxiety is also caused through social media. If you find yourself upset after a social media session, also consider the networks you use and the people you follow. You are much more likely to feel anxious after reading political arguments and doomsday news than you are after seeing updates from your favorite musicians. This is how social media is affecting our mental health adversely. It depends on you how you use social media and how you take the posts and use what you see on social media. You should not take everything that you see on social media or negatively. You should see it with a positive perspective. Everything that you see on social media is not always true. There is a lot of work going behind that one picture or whatever you see on it. Now, I would like to pass on to the next person.
Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is the use of cell phones, instant messaging, email, chat rooms, or social media networking sites such as Facebook and Twitter to harass, threaten, and intimidate someone. Cyberbullying is often done by children who have increasingly early access to these technologies. About 10% of teens report being bullied on social media, and many other users are subjected to offensive comments. Social media platforms such as Twitter can be hotspots for spreading harmful rumors, lies, and abuse that can leave lasting emotional scars. The effects of cyberbullying also include mental health issues, increased stress and anxiety, depression, acting over violently, and low self-esteem. Cyberbullying can also result in long-lasting emotional effects even if the bullying has stopped. Fear of missing out. Fear of missing out is a unique term introduced in 2004 to describe a phenomenon observed on social networking sites. While FOMO has been around far longer than social media, Sites such as Facebook and Instagram seem to exaggerate the feelings that others are having more fun or living better lives than you are. The idea that you are missing out on certain things can impact on your self-esteem, trigger anxiety, and fuel even greater social media use. FOMO is now an established entity in the research community. However, many practicing clinicians are not aware or educated about it, affecting their pollution. There is need for further research, which includes prevalence studies, psychological understanding, and more evidence-based prevention and treatment intervention. Now, I would like to pass on to the next person.
Unrealistic expectations. As most people are probably aware, social media forms unrealistic expectations of life and friendships in our minds. But in reality, you have no one of knowing whether this is all a phase. One simple way to get out of this mess is everyone to quit lying on social media. But in the era of Instagram influencers and YouTubers who earn millions from being inauthentic, that isn't going to happen any soon. Remember an important is you should not judge your everyday life against the highlights of someone else. So the key signs of unrealistic expectations are feel stress and upset when routines does not go as per the plan. Next, the find plenty to criticize in yourself and others. And also we feel irritated when we don't feel to do something. Next, negative body image. Speaking of Instagram celebrities, if you look at the popular Instagram accounts, you will find unbelievable beautiful people wearing expensive clothes on their perfectly shaped bodies. And to nobody's surprise, body image is now an issue for almost everyone. Of course, seeing to so many people who are perfect according to society standards on the daily basis makes you conscious about how different you look from those pictures. And not everyone comes to healthy conclusions in this situation. It's really important to remember that everybody is human. No one wakes up every day looking like a supermodel. And while many people have gone to great lengths to train their bodies, that's not the case for everyone who looks fit. Many people in search of social media fame have definitely taken unhealthy routes to appear more attractive. Surround yourself with people who love you for who you are, and you won't have any stress about your fake Instagram beauty. And the negative body image can begin at a surprisingly early age. Right? There are a wide range of health conditions like mood disorders or disordered eating, etc. Next slide. And it's really important to understand yourself and never to compare yourself with others. So you should love your body. I'm moving on to the next presently.
Unhealthy sleep patterns. Numerous studies have shown that increased use of social media has a negative effect on your sleep quality, or you feel that your sleep pattern has become irregular, leading to a drop in productivity. Try to cut down on the amount of time you browse social media. This is especially the case when you use your phone in a bad time. It's all too easy to tell yourself that you will spend 5 minutes checking your social media notifications only to realize an hour later that you have been mindlessly scrolling through some nonsense on social media that you don't even care about. Don't let social media algorithms, which are designed to keep your attention for as long as possible, to steal your valuable sleep. Getting less sleep combined with that sleep being lower quality is a dangerous combination. Also, sleep pattern cause short-term and long-term problems. Short-term problems like lack of awareness, excessive daytime sleepiness, impaired memories, and long-term problems like high blood pressure, diabetes, heart attack, internet addiction. Next slide, please. Social media can be more addictive than cigarettes and alcohol. It has a powerful draw for many people that leads to them checking it all the time without even thinking about it. At the end of the day, social media sites want to keep you scrolling for as long as possible so they can show you a lot of ads and make more money because of the addiction economy. These sites need your eye on them for as long as possible. The phenomenon of social media addiction can be largely attributed to the dopamine, including social media environments that social networking sites provide. Social media platforms such as Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram produce the same neural circuitry that is caused by gambling and recreational drugs to keep consumers using their product as much as possible. Studies have also shown that the constant stream of retweets, likes, and shares from these sites cause the brain reward area to trigger the same kind of chemical reaction seen with drugs like cocaine. In fact, neuroscientists have compared social media interaction to a syringe of dopamine being injected straight into the system. Passing on to the next speaker.
Let's go to the survey and analysis part. First question, age. 75.9% are from 18 to 45 age. 24.1% are from under 18 age. Second question, gender. 72.4% are female. 27.6% are male. Third question, occupation. 96.6% are students and others are homemakers. Next question, are you there on social media? 96.6% are saying yes and others are saying no. Next question, how often do you use social media platforms? 48.3% are saying very frequently. 34.5% are saying sometimes. 10.3% are saying all time and others are saying not at all.
Okay, so the next question we asked was, why do you use social media? And as expected, 51.7% was just using social media to be updated with the latest trend going on. Then 27.6% was going to know for the study purposes, and the rest of them are in little proportion. Then the next question we asked was, do you think social media has affected your life positively or negatively? And 62.1% think that it has affected their life positively, while 37.9% think that they have been negatively affected by social media. Then we asked, do you know anyone who is suffering from negative impacts of social media? Around 41.4% has said yes, while 58.6% has said no. Then the next question was, have you ever bullied someone on social media? And 89.7% has said no, they have never bullied someone on social media, which is a good indication. What do you think can be the negative impact of social media? In this, 37.9% thinks anxiety, while 27.6% thinks poor sleep, and 17.2% thinks depression, and 13.8% loneliness. Do you think filters, photos editing on social media has affected your mental health or self-esteem? And 51.7% people think no, it has not affected, while 20.7% are not sure, and 27.6% has been affected negatively. Do you think our cyber laws are strong to control negative impacts of social media? 50.6% people think they partially agree with this, while 17.2% partially disagree, and 13.8% strongly disagree with this. Do you think more awareness needs to be spread? 86.2% people think more awareness needs to be spread regarding the social media, negative impacts of social media. So to conclude, yes would tell something.
Let's conclude the topic. Social media is and will continue to be harmful unless something is done about it. The power it has over people is dangerous and often goes unnoticed. People should care because it is addressed or taken care of social media could cause national or international problems. Social media stunts interpersonal growth and increase self-obsession in many internet users. Even if the user is not psychologically affected by social media, they are still in danger. Nobody is immune to the harmful sides of social media, including identity theft or hacker. People need to change the destructive pattern of social media use before it destroys society. The fast and easy access to information that is supposed to be beneficial to society and detrimental to society. Bibliography are from textbooks, newspapers, magazines, research papers, and surveys. Thank you.